Hey Tiffany, this is Frank over at Max Digital, and I wanted to shoot you over this quick video with some specific things that you guys can do yourselves to help bring in more business just by better utilizing both your website and your Google Business Profile. So I see you guys service all 5 boroughs of New York City. So I just did a quick Google search on Plumber Queens, and this is the search results page that comes up. And since 90% of the people never click past the first page, if you're looking to grow your business, you're going to want to get into as many of the 3 different sections of this page as possible. So the first section is the advertising section. So if you're not looking to pay Google to, for advertising, you're going to want to focus on getting into the second and third sections of this page. So the second section here is known as the Google Map Pack, and generally consists of 3 or 4 businesses. And generally, it's the ones with the strongest Google Business Profile, and that also have the most frequently number of times mentioned across the internet. So it's kind of a combination of the 2 things. So this one here is paying to be here, but these other 3, that's how they got in here. So a couple things. You want to strengthen your Google Business Profile. So just to show you what I'm talking about here, this is your Google Business Profile. And to strengthen it, there's a few things you need to do. One is continue to get customer reviews and respond to those reviews timely. Also, you want to be uploading pictures to your profile on a regular basis. And ideally, ultimately you need to have more reviews and photos than your competitors have. That's going to help. And then also there's a 750 character field for you to describe your business. You're going to want to use as much of that as possible, as well as embed local buyer intent keyword phrases into that description, and I'll talk about that in just a little bit. And then lastly, you could be doing profile posts, kind of like social media posts. Some of your competitors may be doing that, and so you kind of have to outdo what they're doing. So that's the Google Business Profile, and keeping that active is one of the 2 things. The other thing, like I said, is you want to be the most frequently mentioned plumber in the Queens area to get into this. It's what Google's going to be looking for. So the way companies handle that is they register their business in various online directories. So there's thousands of directories out there: Yelp.com, Angie's List, Nextdoor.com, just to name a few. And many of them are free to join. It just takes time to go out to each of those websites and enter in your business name, address, and phone number. And you need to do that consistently in every directory, the same way you have it set up here in the Google Business Profile, so that it doesn't confuse Google. They see you all as one business, and you begin to outnumber the number of times mentioned across the internet that then these guys are mentioned. All right, so 30 to 40% of the business or traffic on this results page is going to go to the businesses listed in this map pack. So it's critical if you're looking to grow to get into that section. And then down here below, this is known as the organic section. And to rank high in this organic section, it's based on the strength of your content and your backlinks profile. So I just want to look at your content and backlinks and compare it to the #1 site. Once you get past Angie's List and Yelp, the #1 actual website is the Citywide Plumbing, as far as plumbers in Queens go. So let's take a look at your content and compare the 2. All right, so as far as content goes, Google is looking for 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on the home page for you to be considered an authoritative site or an expert in the niche. And the number that you hit really is dependent on how what your competitors are doing for content, as well as how many local buyer intent keyword phrases that you want to be found for. So keyword phrases are just the phrases that you want your business to be found for online, and they are, since you're a service provider, you want those keyword phrases to be inclusive of the service you provide and the location you provide them in. So these are the phrases that people are actually typing into the Google search bar. So the more times that you have these keyword phrases mentioned in your content, the easier it's going to be for Google to match up your content to what's actually being searched for. So let's just take a look at, I use this website called Ahrefs to analyze different websites. So here's your website here, and you can see you're currently ranking for 23 different keywords. And so some of these are your name. Woodside might be a town. If that's a town, then that's a local buyer intent keyword phrase right there. Let's see. You have some Astoria, Queens. So that is being searched 250 times per month, but you're ranking in the 49th position. So you're kind of on the end of page 5, I guess that is. And same thing with these down here. So we need to get that ranking up and get you onto the first page where you can really participate in significant volume. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's your competitor site. That's Citywide Plumbing or Plumbers.com site. It's actually a back page site for them that's beating you. If you look over here, you can see citywideplumbers.com, and then they have a back page, and they do this back page for Queens basically. And the reason why they do that is because if you look at these different variations for how somebody might search for a plumber in the Queens area, you can see this is the number of searches per month, this volume column. So each of these terms is being searched for, 400 to 600 times per month. And so that's, if you're on the first page, you're going to get a significant piece of that volume. And so if you're looking to grow the business and you service the Queens area, this would be an ideal place to get into. I looked at some of the other boroughs, and Queens is really where you want to focus your advertising because it's the easiest one to rank for. So that is content in a nutshell. It's about the number of words you have on your page, and it's about having those local buyer intent keyword phrases built into your content frequently enough to make it easy for Google to match you up to what's being searched for. And then the last thing I wanted to talk to you about is your backlinks profile. So backlinks are just links from other websites over to your website, and they give legitimacy in Google's eyes to your site in Google's eyes because they act as an endorsement of your site. So Google's a popularity contest. You want to have more backlinks than your competitors do. The more times that Google sees other sites linking to yours, the more relevant they see your site. But it is important in the case of backlinks that it's not just quantity you need to beat your competitor at. You also need to have better quality backlinks. So you could be linked to sites that are more spammy in nature or less relevant to the services that you provide, or you could be linked to more authoritative sites, meaning more relevant to what you guys are doing, and sites that are just stronger or more trusted by Google. And you can tell a company's trust score by looking at their DR score. The DR score is your trust score with Google. And so a good site has a DR score of like 30 or higher. And so you might want to look at, since yours is 1.6, you might want to look at your referring domains and see who you're linked to and really try to add to that with sites that have higher DR scores, and that will bring up your score over time. So just quantity-wise, you have 259 backlinks from 54 unique referring domains, and your competitor site has only 8 backlinks from 4 referring domains. They do have a high quality backlink profile, though, with the DR score of 16. So they don't have many backlinks showing here because, again, remember, this is a back page for them. So most of their backlinks are to their home page, and they get some power from that. So that's the reason why they're able to beat you. They have content. Primarily, it's content that's the reason why they're beating you. So if you adjusted your content and then add some more quality backlinks, you're going to be able to outrank them and take advantage of all that content all those searches that I had showed you were being done in the Queens area for plumbers. And if you get into the map pack and you rank high in the organic section here, you are going to be able to doubly participate in that content. I keep saying content, I mean searches. So anyway, hopefully that's not too confusing. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I would love it if you would respond to my email just to let me know you watched the video, and let me know if you found it helpful or if there's any other pieces of information that I left out that you'd like to see in future videos. That would help me to continue to provide value to small businesses going forward. Thanks so much, and look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.